Hey, what's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to Tech Guild, your one-stop shop for all things tech. Now, if you're like me, you've probably got a laptop, right? But what if I told you, laptops might be on their way out? Yeah, you heard me right. Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic that could flip the tech world upside down. Is this the end of laptops? The VR revolution you can't ignore. We're talking about virtual reality. It's exciting, it's immersive, and it might just be the future of computing. But before we warp into this VR dimension, do your friend a solid and smash that like button. Share this video with your buddies, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. You don't want to miss out on any of our tech deep dives, trust me. Alright, are you strapped in? Let's dive into the future and see what it holds for our beloved laptops. Alright, cool cats, let's hop into the Wayback Machine and see where all this tech stuff started. So, once upon a time, computers were these big, hulking machines that took up entire rooms. Yeah, you heard that right. An entire room, but thankfully, people realized that wasn't too convenient, so they started shrinking them down, which eventually led to the invention of laptops. Laptops were a game changer, right? You could take them anywhere, do your work, play games, watch videos, all on the go. But then, things got even crazier with the invention of virtual reality, or VR as it's commonly known. VR is this super cool tech that lets you interact with a 3D world that's computer generated. It's like being in a video game, but instead of controlling a character, you're the character. How cool is that? Now, VR isn't just for gaming, though that's a big part of it. It's being used in all kinds of fields, from education to healthcare, and even in business. In 2023, we're seeing some major advancements in VR tech. At the CES 2023, we saw some pretty rad VR and AR devices, including the PlayStation VR2, HTC's new Vive XR Elite, and some seriously cool AR glasses from Loomis and TCL. These gadgets are not only providing immersive gaming experiences but also aiming to revolutionize how we interact with digital content in our daily lives. So yeah, tech has come a long way from bulky computers to VR headsets that let you step into another world. But, is VR going to replace laptops? Alright, folks, let's dive right into it, the VR revolution. It's like we're living in an episode of Black Mirror, except it's not creepy, and it's super cool. Over the past few years, VR tech has taken a quantum leap. Like, major league advancements have happened, dude. This year, NVIDIA launched its AI Enterprise Suite, which promises to power up VR with some serious artificial intelligence. It's like your VR headset has just been given a PhD in computer science, it's that smart. And then there's the Unreal Engine 5.0. It's designed to offer a more immersive, realistic, and interactive VR experience. Imagine walking in a virtual world that looks and feels almost like the real world, but you can control and shape it. Rad, right? Now, let's talk about some ways VR is starting to replace traditional tech like laptops. First off, VR is all about immersive experience. Say you're a designer or an architect, instead of creating 2D designs on a flat laptop screen, you can construct and walk through your creations in a 3D virtual space. Or if you're a student, instead of reading about the Roman Empire on a web page, you could walk the streets of ancient Rome in VR. Imagine that history class. Now, on to some specific VR headsets that are shaking things up. Have you guys heard of the PlayStation VR2 or the HTC Vive XR Elite? Both of these headsets are designed to offer superior VR gaming experiences, with high resolutions, wider fields of view, and better controllers. They're not just about games, though. With these devices, as well with the upcoming Apple Vision Pro, you could virtually visit a museum on the other side of the world or attend a virtual concert with people from all around the globe. Alrighty, it's time to dive into the good, the bad, and the head-spinningly virtual of VR. We're gonna chat about the advantages and challenges of going full VR mode instead of sticking with the trusty old laptop. So first off, the advantages. VR is like stepping into a whole new world, man. You're not just looking at a screen, you're living inside it. That's what we call an immersive experience, and it's something your laptop just can't give ya. You can explore virtual spaces, interact with objects, and it all feels super real. Plus, with VR, your hands are free to move around. You're not stuck typing on a keyboard or dragging a mouse around. You can grab, point, and wave like you're in the real world. But let's not get too carried away. There are a few hurdles we gotta clear. First up is the cost. VR headsets can be pretty pricey, bro. For instance, the PlayStation VR2 is like $549, and the HTC Vive XR Elite is a whopping $1,099. Ouch. And don't forget, you need a PS5 for the PSVR2, which is another major blow to the wallet. Another challenge is the software. The VR game scene is pretty rad, but when it comes to other stuff like work or study apps, the VR world is still catching up. It's not like laptops where you've got a gazillion software options for every task under the sun. And lastly, we gotta talk about health. VR is intense, dude. Some people can get motion sickness, headaches, or eye strain. It's not for everyone, and it's definitely something to consider before trading in your laptop for a VR headset. So there you have it. VR is wild, it's fun, and it's got some serious potential. But it's not perfect, and it's not ready to completely replace your laptop just yet. But hey, who knows what the future holds? Alright, Tech Guild fam, let's get into some crystal ball gazing and see what the future holds for VR and laptops. Now, I don't have a time machine, but I've been digging around, and I've got some predictions to share with you. First off, VR and AR tech is definitely not going anywhere. In fact, it's expected to explode in popularity and usage over the next few years. Experts are saying that the VR/AR market is poised to grow by 77% in 2023 alone, which is absolutely wild. That's faster than a Tesla on ludicrous mode, guys. Now, to replace laptops? Well, that's a big ask. Laptops have been around for ages, and they're really good at what they do. But you know what? VR and AR are getting better and better, year on year. In the future, we might see more VR devices that can do everything a laptop can do and more. But before that happens, we need to see improvements in VR technology, more software and apps designed for VR, and of course, the prices need to come down a bit. And we can't forget about potential health concerns too, like VR motion sickness. As for the impact on different fields? Oh boy, the sky's the limit. Imagine attending a history class in VR and actually walking through the Battle of Gettysburg. Or imagine business meetings where you can present data in 3D and interact with it in real time. And let's not even get started on gaming, because VR gaming is going to be epic. But remember, while the future of VR looks bright, it's still a bit of a wild west out there with loads of potential. So, will VR replace laptops? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's for sure, it's going to make our digital lives a whole lot more interesting. Alright, Tech Guild fam, we've been on a wild ride today, haven't we? From the humble beginnings of laptops to the mind-blowing potential of VR, we've covered it all. We delved into the epic advancements in VR tech, with powerhouses like the PlayStation VR2, HTC's Vive XR Elite, and the Apple Vision Pro leading the charge. We talked about how VR is already changing the game in fields like gaming, education, and even medicine. And then, we took a hard look at the pros and cons of VR as a potential laptop killer. So, the million-dollar question: do I think VR can replace laptops? Well, the tech lover in me wants to say a resounding yes because, let's be real, VR is super cool. But the realist in me knows that we've got a few more levels to beat before we get there. We need more advancements, more software, better pricing, and we gotta address those potential health concerns. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. I wanna know what you think. Can VR replace laptops? What do you love about VR? What worries you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a conversation started. Before we bounce, if you liked this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Share it with your friends, your fam, your dog, your cat, whoever you think would enjoy this. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you don't miss out on any of our future deep dives into the world of tech. Thanks for hanging out with me today, Tech Guild fam. Stay curious, stay excited, and keep teching. Peace out.